Hello, GRCSU, and happy Teachers Appreciation Week. We appreciate each and every one of you so much for all of the hard work that you have done for this year, for all of our kids. You are amazing. You're rocking it. And we have a super special guest today that also appreciates all the hard work that you have all done. And Jackie Becker is the nurse at Wells Village School and Middletown Springs. And I can let her tell you a little more about herself and where she came from and what she does and about her role in wellness.
Okay, so hi everybody, and happy Teacher Appreciation Week. So yes, I'm Jackie Becker, and I'm the nurse at those schools, Wells and Middletown. My background is as a family nurse practitioner and with some focus on integrative medicine. I'm also a certified health coach, so really happy to be invited to speak to you about wellness. It's a kind of a passion of mine. So happy to be here. So I'm a strong supporter of the work done around, work-life balance, lifestyle medicine, self-care, and all of the different tools that we have available to us. Looking at PATH program as a first-year employee, that was really encouraging to see all the things that are offered in the wellness podcasts. So we can touch base on those tools at the end of the little presentation here. But I was looking for something a little different than the typical wellness messaging at this time for this group. A lot has been asked of everybody, and I didn't want to come with an ask. So I imagine many of you have heard about the field of positive psychology, which talks about how we can train our minds to be more positive and really kind of reframe our thinking from even midbrain to prefrontal cortex, and really how training ourselves in that way provides better resilience, which in turn provides better health in general. This can be reinforced in a variety of ways. You probably know about gratitude journaling. I've done that, and I really did enjoy that, counting a few gratitudes a day and writing those down. But today, during Teacher Appreciation Week, rather than asking you to count your blessings, I'd like to give you all a chance to see how you have benefited and blessed other people, your kids, your coworkers, your families. So I'm going to offer an opportunity to sit back and simply listen as I reflect on what I, as a first-year school employee, have seen accomplished this year. I'm framing this as a little celebration meditation. There's been such incredible challenges throughout the year, and those challenges are really what we see in front of us on a regular basis. So today, hopefully, people will pause and take the opportunity to think about what has actually been accomplished month by ever-changing month. And I'm not meaning for this to excuse this past year. There's no excuse for this past year, or say that we can go on like this. But this is simply, hopefully, a gift of a few moments to acknowledge the positive. There's really not been enough time to stop and truly think about what's been accomplished. So as I reflect back on the first week of this school year, I saw kids tense and teary, confused, lots of behaviors. The flow was stressful and new to all of us, from entering the building to eating lunch to mingling with friends. But staff was present with smiles and reassurance, ready for the kids, even while you as staff may likely have been tense and anxious yourself for the safety of your students, yourself, and your families. It was not a good feeling, and that's not the atmosphere that exists now in my experience. So if you're inclined, please just take a few minutes for yourself, listen deeply, and take these thanks to heart for what you collectively and individually accomplished this year, and all have really played a part. So if you're interested, please get into a comfortable position, maybe put your feet on the floor. You're welcome to close your eyes and accept this gratitude. And I'm just going to take a minute because I try to put a little music in the background here. So we're going to begin with 4, 7, 8 breaths, meaning breathe into the count of 4, hold for the count of 7, and then out to the count of 8. So ready, go ahead. In for 4, hold for 7, and out for 8. And one more time at your own count. Feel the relaxation throughout your body as you calm. Your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your breathing are all slowing. Continue with slow, deep breaths as you listen and reflect on the following expressions of gratitude. Thank you for the efforts put into making welcoming spaces as you redesigned classrooms, offices, hallways, playgrounds, and play spaces. You learned to smile with your eyes, as well as to read the expressions of your young students behind their masks. Thank you for reading, questioning, and educating yourselves around pandemics, guidelines, and vaccines so that you could educate those around you. You became skilled at using new technology and supported your students as they learned so many more skills. Educators learned to blend online and in-person learning despite incredible challenges. Students received your support regardless of whether they were at home or in school. Many of you supported kids as they adjusted to being in and out of quarantine. Many of you were in and out of quarantine yourselves. You comforted athletes who lost out on sports opportunities, students missing proms, clubs, and programs, all as you work to create other meaning experiences for the kids. Thank you for bringing energy to your work, even as you dealt with your own anxieties and supported and addressed the anxieties of others. Please recognize the support that you've given to families that have also been overstressed and challenged, and to the children that have come from those settings. Thank you for creating a loving and supportive community for kids, despite having to distance, give up hugs, and redefine what teaching itself looks like. Thanks for bearing with and showing patience and adaptability with the ever-changing guidelines as we traversed this experience together. You kept school safe by following guidelines and staying away from family, friends, and coworkers. Thank you for encouraging students, comforting students, welcoming students, teaching students, leading students. Your compassion continues to hold many of these students together. I ask you to reflect on one student you may have in mind who struggled on return to school in September and celebrate where that child is now. Slowly begin to notice how you are feeling. Are you happy, excited, moved, content? Focus on this feeling and gently embrace it. And still holding on to this good feeling, continue breathing. Deep breaths through your nose and out your mouth. Slowly open your eyes and allow the feeling to become a part of you so that you can call on this feeling and these thanks in the days to come. Well, I feel calmer. So thank you. I hope you're able to take advantage of that little break in the action and truly appreciate it. It really, as I was writing these things down and just thinking about what has been accomplished, it was kind of bringing tears to my eyes. And that's the whole team, the educators for sure, and everybody that works to support you all. Been pretty incredible for me to see as a new school employee. So thinking about yourselves, certainly, I want to share one document in the event that people have the time and space. I want to take this with them as they go for the summertime. But as a health coach, I've been trained not to tell people what we need to do. I know what to do, and I knew what to do last night when I was dishing out the ice cream. It's not so much not being aware of what to do. It's really being motivated or being in the time and the place when it's the appropriate thing. So health coaching itself is really about helping people support where they are and setting the small goals and moving forward from there. So I'm going to share a little document that really is for self-reflection and just kind of self-assessment. Let's see. Is that shared or not?
I don't see it yet.
Okay, so not my forte here. Let me just kind of talk this through. So really the form that I was going to share with you looks at 4 realms of health. And this is something, my previous role was as a director of wellness at the hospital. And we worked with these 4 realms of health, and I chose to keep the same ones. Many people have kind of seen different models of this, but the areas that we look at are physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual. And people can be different places in different realms, and of course these realms all intertwine and overlap. You may be exercising and eating well but feel isolated from other people, or you could be surrounded by family and friends and yet you can't pay the mortgage. So your overall well-being will be affected in either scenario. So using these 4 realms, I would just suggest, if you're at a place that you're interested in doing this, physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual, just rate yourself on a 0 to 10 scale. Don't rate yourself. Just think where you are, your well-being wise, and jot that down. And then that gives you an idea, really, maybe where you're doing well, and where you may choose to focus, because thinking about overall well-being all at once can be overwhelming. So this is just another opportunity just to kind of break things down a little bit. What's going well, and is there one area that, if changed, would improve your overall well-being? And then the next question is something that everybody's dealing with this year, I think. Are you interested in addressing that right now? And you want to be honest with yourself, because you don't want to get frustrated by trying to, setting a great goal and then not being able to attain that. So that's a suggestion. Just kind of break things down, see what, maybe take a deeper look at where you feel like you would like to strengthen, and then look around for the supports that can help you. What resources do you have? The PATH program, I just highlighted, some of the things they talk about. We know they have the challenges, but you also have EAP if you needed help with counseling or legal help, or I believe EAP has some financial, budgeting tools and that kind of thing. There's peer coaching, and then all kinds of wellness challenges. You can also, I would suggest, reach out to a school nurse or the guidance counselor, or feel free to reach out to me for resources, or just to talk this through if you're interested. And some people may be at a point where they're ready to get up and train for a marathon, and others may just be, some people I've talked to, when you do health coaching, sometimes it turns down, it winds to the point where you need to do a little bit of parenting skills so you can free up half an hour a day. So building on the theme of being kind to yourself this week, that was just a little suggestion of a wellness introspection. Really, that's all. Those are a few things I chose to offer today. So perhaps you're all having a nice teacher appreciation lunch, and that would be another love and self-care.
Well, Jackie, thank you so, so much. I had to say, when you shared what you were going to read, I cried as well. And then it was a different kind of emotion listening to it in this capacity of taking it in and taking a moment to rest and relax and sit with it. And it was just wonderful. So thank you for giving that wonderful, wonderful gift.
Very good.
And this is a tough time sometimes with it being lunch, but just so that you know, we typically have lots and lots of viewers after the fact. So I think that lots of people will take advantage of it after and have another moment that they're taking care of themselves. So right now they're taking care of themselves with some luncheons maybe, and then later they will listen to this. I'm sure I will encourage them on my end because this was fantastic.
Very good. Well, a little gift. I'm glad to hear. We all need to help each other out, right?
Yeah. Very beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Let me know if I can be of assistance down the road, or if anybody else who does listen to this, wants to reach out. I'm happy to have further discussions. So.
And we will, if you want to send me that last piece, and we can link that right in the comments for the video that's on YouTube, so people can see what those 4 areas are and take a look at that.
Very good. Okay.
Corey, did you have anything to add?
No, that was just, it was a real treat. I realized through that how often I just go, and I don't take time to just sit with things. And I know teachers have gone above and beyond this year, but sitting there and just listening to everything they've done. And then I was thinking on top of that, that they're still also saying yes to presenting it in services for us.
Yeah.
You all are amazing.
I'm sure there's so much more that can be added. That was just been my short experience. And yeah, and it's hard. It's hard for me to slow down and read that slowly, but we need to learn. So I'm glad you both enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, GRCSU. We will see you next Wednesday.
Oh, Jenny, we should mention before signing off that next Wednesday is going to be a little bit different.
Oh,
we are hosting not a coffee with coaches, but we're going to host a live lunch and learn that we'll be sending out the Google Meet. Just come chat with us, ask us questions, talk to us, anything proficiency-based technology, jump rope, anything that you'd like. We're here. So come join us for our lunch and learn next week.
yes. We're excited about it. Live. Bye, guys. Thank you.